What's cracking, fellas? Kenny coming back at you with another goddamn video. So I figure for today's video, man, we're going to show you, do a little bit of a roster update. We haven't done one of these in a little while, so I'll show you where I'm at, what I'm thinking, what I'm going to do with my roster, show you like what's the what's what and the who's who in my roster. So anyway, guys, we did up the roster talent level to 885K. Man, we're trucking right along. And I do have a prop bet with a good buddy of mine from my faction. He's a big Cowboys fan. I'm a big Eagles fan. So the first one, we're at similar talent level right now, but I think he's at 890K. But the first one to get to 1 million will go on live video and proclaim the other team's dominance over. Like if I lose, I'll have to eat crow and go on. One of my videos will be like me talking about how the Cowboys are great, Zeke Elliott is great, and Dak Prescott throws dimes, and all of which I know to be invalid and a load of shit. But for the sake of the prop bet, I would have to eat crow on that one. And likewise with him, if he loses, he would have to go on and talk shit about his team. So anyway, guys, I digress. Let's jump right into the video. So you can see, man, I've got 7, count them, 7 4-star golds. And we're going to start right out with Ricochet. Ricochet, hopefully I'll drop a video very shortly of some gameplay with him, as well as Aleister Black. I like Ricochet, man. There's a bunch of different move setups that you can use with him. He does hit hard. He's a little bit slower, but if you know how to play him right, man, he's a great character to have. Aleister Black, I mean, what more can I say about Aleister Black, Zach? He's my absolute favorite go-to player in the game. Very rare character to get. But, I mean, hell, if you get him, you're going to have a great character on your hands. I mean, you really got to, play with him to understand, his dominance as a character in this game. Andre, I took up to 4-star gold. I do like Andre. Once you start getting him going, he's very good. He does recycle. He basically smashes the entire board with his cross break gems. So he's very, very good. I took Zombie Finn Balor up to 4-star gold for one of the month-long events just to get points and stuff. However, what I'm finding with Zombie Finn Balor is he's a hell of a character, guys. I mean, very, very underrated. Him and striker Ric Flair. Very, very good. Their bleed damage does a hell of a lot. They have a couple different move setups. So I'm discovering that this guy is definitely worthwhile. Doink. Here's another 4-star gold. He was rated high on the tier list. But that's not what sold me on taking him up to 4-star gold. All his moves get an extra choose gem. So you can see choose 6. And I know my TP is kind of low right now, so 2x5 area instead of a 2x4 area. Just that extra little oomph. And with the increased gem damage and stuff like that, I thought to myself, why not take up Doink? Lex Luger, definitely one of those guys that hits way above his weight class, fellas. I like him a lot. You can see, let me see the entourage. With Arn on here, he gets choose 15 gems to make into botch gems. That's insane. So if you plan this correctly, there should be no reason why, unless there's like a crazy cascade, that the guy should kick out. So you hit this military press slam first, You charge up on the red move, and then you hit the suplex and the attitude adjustment at the same time. So you hit this, you choose the 15 gems, and AI is highly, highly predictable. You choose the gems to make into botch gems, the ones that like the AI is going to go after. The character that it's playing will target those specific gems for his moves. So you just target those gems with your botch gems and any other additional matches that are on the board. And, sometimes you'll see like there's only a couple matches on the board. Then you just target his gems that he normally uses. Look out for ahead for possible cascades, that kind of thing. So Lex Luger definitely worth taking up. Luke Harper is another one of those characters that I do not regret taking up at all. He hits very, very hard. He's a striker, of course he does. However, his turns are available, turn 1. And if you're in a tag match, 2 of his moves are available turn 1 with the link. So you can't go wrong with that, man. And, he's another one of those characters that... choose 2 columns to destroy and pin the opponent. Now, if you're throwing out these multiply gems and destroying black gems, you charge that finisher very, very quickly, depending on what kind of setup you use. Now, I know I have Striker Finn on here, and he destroys, he's not at 5k yet, but he destroys 4 more black gems. So every turn, that's 5 random black gems that are being destroyed. So turn 2, he's getting to his 2 turns to get to his finisher every turn. Ain't too bad. Every couple turns, because it's a 2-charge move. Love Luke Harper. I did a gameplay video on him. You can see there's a couple different setups that you can use with him. So definitely like using him. Andre Showboat, took him up to 4-star silver. I'm going to leave him there for now, unless he gets an additional badass move at 5-star. And look out for that, guys, because honestly, here is what we're looking at for 5-star. Right here, this double underhook suplex, and it is a yellow move. So there's possibilities with that, because if you get to choose 6 gem and just leave that in there, you could go yellow, yellow, and then red here to charge up on those yellows. Who knows what that move will be? So we'll have to just wait and see on that. Bear Hug might even be able to be replaced. I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see what this yellow move is. It might have something to do with the immobile gems or something like that. I'm not sure, because that's kind of a random move here, this big boot. So we'll see, fellas. We'll see. But I call Andre the Giant Showboat Mr. Reliable, because he literally he sucks the life out of you, and then you could just recharge. He's very slow, though. That's the only problem. I mean, very, very slow to feud with. So he's kind of time consuming. Nikki Bella is one of those characters that I like to play with. I got lucky and pulled her at 4-star silver, I believe. However, her moves definitely blend into each other. Use steel to get this going. With Kofi on here, destroy 4 more. He's not at 5k either, so that's destroy 8 random blue gems right off the bat. I mean, this is right off the bat, 6 charge on this move. So very early on. So that.
Are you sure about that?
Turn 2, you're ready to fire these off. Destroy the blue gems. You charge up on the blue gems, gain 7 purple MP. So turn 1, you're essentially looking for a purple match. And then turn 2, automatically you'll be able to fire off these 2 moves and hopefully fire this one off. So that's a good That's a good setup. Let me see here. Okay, so let's keep it moving. 4-star silver zombie page. Gotta get my zombie page up there, fellas. As you can see, she's only at 6,700. And she's probably my favorite striker, female striker in the game. Female period in the game. She is just absolutely deadly. Think like Zombie Austin, just hitting harder as a striker. So matches are quicker. It's less of a hassle. I love her, man.
Photo. No. Hi. Okay.
These next two, I pulled these two zombies, AJ and Shinsuke, at 4-star silver. Got lucky on these pulls. However, they're not going up. I might take AJ unless he's got a 9K trainer ability. I might take him up for his trainer ability. His yellow submission moves last 3 more turns. For somebody like Andre Showboat, he'd be great. Let me see for Shinsuke now. He's also got a pretty decent trainer ability. Yellow moves that destroy gems will destroy 4 more gems, and yellow moves deal 30% more damage. So they both have decent trainer abilities. So I might wind up taking those 2 up to 9K. Here is the coup de grace, fellas. What you didn't see, because I didn't. Honestly, I've been reading Reddit, and actually recently there was a post on there talking about has anybody gotten any decent briefcase pulls this month? Because it seems like last month there was a ton of good briefcase pulls. Well, I'm here to tell you, yes, somebody did get a decent briefcase pull, and that somebody is me. I got a 4-star silver Wendy Richter, fellas, and I wasn't videoing it at the time. Didn't expect it, man. I only had like 8 pulls to do, and I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to do a video for 8 pulls. And it turns out, yes, I did score a 4-star silver Wendy Richter. And you can see she's not all that leveled. I'm debating whether to take her all the way up or not. I do have the tokens to take her to gold, so I could do that whenever. However, this month I haven't poured a lot of my resources or time or effort into this month's event. So I don't think I'll be able to get to that final milestone. And I tell people this all the time, unless you can make that final milestone, save up on your resources, save for next month, save up your upgrades and stuff, enhancements for next month when you can reach that final milestone. Because honestly, what you're doing is you're just pouring resources into something that you're not going to attain anyway. And it's just going to frustrate you. And you might as well try to go for the grand prize if you're going to pour all your resources into it. Anyway, guys, moving on. Ronda Rousey at 4-star silver. I did pull her at 3 stars. Took her up. So she's a great character, man. She's she's takes a little bit of time sometimes with her, but she is a striker, so she does hit very, very hard. Eddie Guerrero, another character I pulled at 3 stars, took up to 4-star silver. Great defensive character. Somebody who's frustrating to throw into your feud lineup and leave as a defensive guy. A little bit googly-eyed here, but good character. If you're trying to save on health packs or something like that, do some daily grinding. He's a good character to use because he does have that heal move. I love him, man. I love Eddie. However, he's very, very slow in feuds and stuff like that. So if I'm gonna take him into a feud lineup, I like to leave him just as defense, just to annoy my opponents. So moving right along, we got tough Seth Rollins, which I took up to 4-star silver. I'm debating I'm going back and forth whether to take him up to gold. I think I'm gonna leave him as is for now. I think I don't even know if he's fully maxed on his moves. So all I need to do is coin him up, and he'd be ready to go. But for now, I think I'm gonna leave him right there. He hits hard. He's a good character. However, I don't know how much better of a character he is at 4-star gold. So anyway, moving right along, the same deal with Sting, man. Sting is a character who a lot of people it was a little bit of controversial pick to do it when I first started working on Sting. Now it's kind of caught on a little bit with the idea that Sting is a very powerful character. He does hit very hard with his moves. He's got essentially you've got steel on him, and you're trying to load up these green real quick to get these power gems on the board. But with the proper trainers, you got you got several power gems going on the board. Yeah, I think where my trainers are at, I can put up to 8 for each of these moves, so that's 16 on the board, dealing 2,500 strength a piece for those power gems. I mean, that's a lot of damage. It's over 50. It's like over 50,000. It winds up being per turn. So that's good. If you want to whittle somebody down, you can get double the damage by placing these choose 3 green gems the right place. I know that you can use Razor on him to increase those green gems. However, I like to get some of those power gems pumping. Zombie Austin, man, another great character in the game, rated like the top powerhouse in the game. I like him, man. I think he's annoying. He can definitely hit above his weight class. So I think I'll leave him at 4-star silver for now. I know with the increased gem damage of taking him up to 4-star gold, as well as the health pack or the extra HP on there is important. But I think he's fine with hitting above his weight class with the skip turn. He can easily take out 4-star golds. It's just getting that skip turn going and just rinse and repeating. X-Pac, I'm going to keep him at 4-star silver for now. Just because I do have a couple of acros that I want to work on for the time being. But he's definitely a candidate to go up as well. Pulled both Zombie Austin and X-Pac at 2-star gold, so took them up. Striker Ric Flair, as I said before, with Zombie Finn, man. One of those underrated characters in the game. Volkov is definitely a candidate to go up for Striker. I would love to get his gear, though. One of those characters that hits very hard. So he's definitely a candidate to go up. Fandango is another candidate to go up. He's, I do have to work on him quite a bit, I believe, with his moves. Not too much. But, he's got, look at this finisher. Deal 35,000 damage, choose 4 columns to make into project gems of strength 799 and pin the opponent. Now, that's only at 4-star bronze. So, four columns is quite a bit of columns. Plus, you've got a couple of these that you could throw out of strength 1900. So you essentially just load up with this reverse swinging STO, and then you'll load up the yellow move, and then you can hit it. So Fandango, Definitely been recommended to take him up by a few people, along with Tyler Breeze, to get that link. And apparently he is deadly. So moving right along, Kurt Angle, Triple I, Kurt Angle. There's a couple different movesets to run with him. He's a pretty good character. I'm not completely sold on him. I did pull him at 4-star bronze, and I was working on him for a little bit, but kind of like my interest level faded with him. Not a bad character, man, by all means. Definitely serviceable. If you can, I'm sure there's people in the game who absolutely love playing with this guy. I'm not 100% sold. I might have to play some more with him, but just one of those things. Becky Lynch, I showboat I pulled at 4-star bronze. Haven't really worked on her a whole hell of a lot. She was the first female I pulled at 4-star bronze. Last kicker. I think her moves are actually maxed, since I do have a lot of TP for her. Yeah, they are. I would just need to level her. I think she's like tier 2 or tier 3 or something like that when it comes to females. I'm not sold. A lot of these guys I pulled, actually all these guys right here in the next few rows, I pulled at 4-star bronze. You can see I went a little bit spend happy and, kind of whaled my way into some contests. So I did get lucky on some pulls, man, but it cost me a whole hell of a lot. So we'll take a look at them. Mankind, Showboat, who recently I had seen a 4-star gold sighting of Mankind. So it's out there and people do play with him, but I think I'll leave him at 4-star bronze. Y2J Jericho. Actually, this is the list. Jericho. Who I definitely like. I want to take a deeper look at. Bret Hart, who is another person I definitely like. Austin is definitely a viable character. Y2J is a viable character. Most of these guys that I pulled at 4-star bronze are viable characters. I mean, Sheik, Shinsuke, Brock Lesnar. Not so much legit dead boss, but you get the gist, guys. Ron Simmons, or Farouk. This is one guy that I'm trying to work on right now. Let's see, I got all his moves maxed out. I should be able to take him up to 4-star silver the next month's event, because like I said before, guys, I'm not going hard. My resources are dwindled right now, so I'm in full-on rebuild mode, man. I'm just rebuilding my empire at this point. Here's another guy, man, which I get a lot of positive feedback off of, is Edge, the Rated R Superstar. I know he's got his heal gems that he could throw on the board constantly, and he's annoying. And maybe I will work on him at some point, but I'm so on the fence with this guy, fellas. Just because I got some really good tricksters that I would like to kind of look at. Piper, 4-star bronze. Piper's, I was stoked when I got this pull, man. Definitely is a great character to have. His moves definitely blend in with each other. You put Xavier Woods on here, and you can gain 6 black MP. You can hit this move turn 2. You can hit both these turn 2. And then choose 6 gems to make into yellow gems. Hell, you can put Dolph Ziggler on there and add a couple yellow gems on there. And then build up into your finisher. And then this destroys, yellow gems as well. So you're building right back. I like him, man. I'm not in love with him. But he's a good character to have. Rikishi is another character, man, an underrated character. From the time that I spent playing with Rikishi, I really liked him. So, you've got your bottom 4 rows of Protect Gems, the strength 275. Now, you can see the difference here between him and Fandango, whereas Fandango's strength for the four columns are quite a bit more. I think I said 700 and something. But I do like Rikishi, and you can up that Protect Gem stuff through your trainers, I believe. So Anvil is our next guy. If you got Matt Hardy, Anvil's definitely a good choice to work on. Matt Hardy is such an important trainer. I'm glad that Scopely is starting to use him or throw him in the free bags. That way, like, people can actually unlock him. I'm not sure what it is to unlock him. I would assume that it was 800 or something like that shards to unlock him. Daniel Bryan, I got 3-star during one of the month-long events. Old man winner Daniel Bryan, the planet's champion. Yeah. Go Daniel, it's your birthday. Alright, that's enough of that. I never use him, man. He just sits in my roster. He's not that great. Let me just check out his movesets here for a second, fellas. His finisher steals health and pins the opponent. He does have a backflip counter. Gain 2. Blah, blah, blah. 4 randoms. Ugh. Botch. He might be viable with black, purple. Because he's a health stealer. Yeah, and then choose these botch gems and try to place them, kind of like Lex Luger type thing. He might be a little bit viable. He's just been sitting there, man. Jimmy Uso is definitely one of those acros that I was talking about when I was looking at X-Pac. One of those acros that I got to work on, man. Take up. He's rated up there on the tier list very highly for a reason. He's very good. As far as other characters in my roster, 3-star golds and below, you can see, man, I got a lot of people here. Bray Wyatt, Eater Worlds. I remember a point in time where he used to be the go-to guy, man. You wanted to have Bray Wyatt up to 3-star gold. I mean, that was like essential for you. Just like you wanted to have Enzo at the time. Like, he was top rated just for his farming ability. Now those characters, are far and few between, man. It's sad because at one point Bray Wyatt used to be the guy. And AJ was up there too, man. AJ was a very sought after character. Matt Hardy, like I said, essential trainer. You want to have him on your roster because he helps out so many people. Changes the game for a lot of these characters. Some of these characters, man, I pulled like Barber. I got a fuse. A lot of these guys I got fused up. Some of these guys like Harlem Heat, Booker T are very underrated, and some of these guys can definitely be taken up to 4-star. Goldberg being one of them. Harlem Heat, Baron Corbin with Matt Hardy. I've even seen some Rusevs. Paige, definitely. You know, a lot of these people. Nash is one of those people who I got to work on for sure. As well as Randy Orton. He's one of those guys. Let me see here. Oh, here's a couple tricksters here. Deadman is definitely one of those guys that I want to work on. He's nasty. Razor Ramon is up there. Got to work on Brie because she is a top-rated female. Just too many options here, boys. Just too many options. You know, it gets difficult, man, because it's like. And these, I realize, fellas, that these are like luxury problems, and I'm like, you know, I'm bitching about it, like, oh, I got too many characters to use. It's like, who the fuck is this guy, right? Complaining about his too many characters. But you know, the resources are scarce, and there's only so many resources to go around. Anyway, guys, you know, try to get your essential trainers up to 5K. I know I do not. Triple H needs to be up. Big John Studd needs to be up to 5K. You know, which they'll go up very shortly, as well as Razor. Do have Stone Cold. I'm not really like looking at taking him up anytime soon. Warrior might go up at some point. Hacksaw should go up because he is a good showboat. Maybe Vader at some point. I'd like to work on my Tyler Breeze just to have that link going. Definitely would like to work on this Gallows. Gallows is a nasty, nasty trickster. And, you know, the stuff I've seen on him, the gameplay, and just facing him in feuds and whatnot, he's very nasty. So now getting down to 3-star bronzes. You can see some of these guys I pulled at a full 3-star bronze. Some of them I just got and haven't just haven't worked on. Next big thing, Brock Lesnar, Eric Rowan, which I definitely need to work on because I do have striker Luke Harper, and that link is nasty. If I take them into showdown mode, you know, watch out, fellas. So, Randy Macho Man Savage is another acro that I'd like to work on. He's, you know, I got him. I think I got him in a spend event where you could like choose what character you wanted. At the time, man, I just fell in love with his moveset. The fact that pin bar wouldn't move. You know, would I do it again? Like, I think I chose him over like Rey Mysterio at the time and a couple other people. Would I go back and do it again differently? Yes, I think I would. However, he's a very rare character to get, man. I mean, like, he's seldom on megas, and he's hard. He's got like a 0% drop rate. So, you know, I'm glad I got him in my roster. I'm not sure that I would have him otherwise. So moving down to 2 stars, and you know, we're getting down to the bottom of our roster. You can see got Ken Shamrock. You know, I might work on him in a little bit. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of guys down here. This is scraping the bottom of the barrel, fellas. I got to work on my Dolph. I know that. But other than that, you can see that here's the superstars in loot that I do not have. I have plenty of guys that I don't have, including Sergeant Slaughter. He's one of my unicorns. Slick Rick, I'm slowly building up on the TP or the posters for him. So you know, I'm a little over halfway there to get Slick Rick. Not in loot. Here's the characters that I do not have. As you can see, here's another choice that I wanted to go after is Elias. For I would love to land Elias, especially for my Macho Man as a trainer. He's also a very good character. Would love to get Zombie Undertaker. Really like the 3 or 4 I want at it here. And you might be looking at this and you're like, he doesn't have the Dudley Boys. No, I do not. And I don't have Ryback either. They were taken out of the game. Justin Hawk Bradshaw, Justin Bradshaw, Hawk. I don't have either, just because they were taken out of the game right after I started, and just hadn't had the opportunity to pull them, man. So out of this group, I think I would want Rey, Elias, Undertaker, probably the most. Second tier would be Matt Hardy and Macho. In this group, a Godfather. He's definitely up there. Either the NWO guy, Slick Rick, and that's about it, man. The other guys are, mid-tier guys, I think. So anyway, guys, that's my roster. Hopefully I can get to 1 million talent level very shortly. That's the idea, man, because I don't want to have to eat crow on live video. Really don't. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked my video. If you did, hit the subscribe button. I'm a new channel. I'm a growing channel, so I could use all the subs that I can get. Hit the like button. If you need to get in touch with me, here's all the details below. And in the meantime, peace out. Be well.
The pink elephant, please.
I'm sorry, buddy. It don't count unless you're behind the line.
What? I was behind the line.